What up? What up? Welcome back to the channel. We jumping straight into it. This is the BMF trailer. It just dropped. I tried to cut it up a little bit, but I did as much as I could. It was like a 2-minute trailer, too much cutting up. So we'll run through what we got so far. I was actually working on my Raising Canaan. I don't know why they would drop this now. This probably should have been something they dropped earlier in the week, not right before. Not right before Raising Canaan drop, but I mean, I guess I see what they're doing. They're trying to gain some interest. We know about the back and forth between Meech and 50. So we're going to watch the trailer. I did break down maybe like the first minute of it, but then like the last half, I'm going to have to just play it and then pause it a little bit. I don't even know if the first part's chopped up good enough, but we'll see how that is. We'll look at this trailer. What up, DeMarcus? So we'll go over the trailer. We'll see what we can see. And like I said, the last minute, we'll probably have to pause it because I didn't get a chance to chop it up. And I chopped it up off of the Instagram one. Now, it did show on the YouTube channel, the Stars YouTube, but I got mine off the Instagram. So we'll just see what we got to do. I was not expecting this to drop today, especially we don't need the trailer right now. We got a whole month. You could have did this. We had a whole week off. You know what I mean? We could have dropped the trailer last week. We could have dropped the trailer last week. Wasn't nothing going on, but we got Raising Canaan tonight. I'm trying to get ready for tonight's show. Are we ready? They dropped this trailer. I'm trying to cut it up because I got to be able to talk about it and try to break it down. But I said, the hell with it. We just gonna do it live. What up, RD? What up, DeMarcus? Yeah. So we're about to go over this, break this down live. Well, I won't say break it down. We'll probably just watch it. I do have some screenshots. I actually got about 50. 60 screenshots just in the first. I chopped up the first minute. Just put it like that. The last 50 seconds or whatever it is because it's 2 minutes. I don't know. I really don't know why the hell would they drop this right now when we're going to have like 2 weeks before it even comes out. We got more than enough time to worry about BMF. We worried about Raising Canaan. We got 3 episodes with that. We not worried about what they doing in Mexico. Right now, we worried about what they doing in El New Yorko. You know what I mean? We up north with it, but we're gonna jump into this. What up, Detroit? What up? What up, man? You already know, man. You already know how we feeling about this BMF. Yeah, so right now I got about 40 screenshots, and I chopped up the first minute. So let's go ahead and jump into this and. Don't be mad at me. Some parts are missing because I did cut some of it out. But I was like, man, 2 minutes is unexpected. But all right, here we go. So this is the BMF's trailer. Same old, same old. Real quick, if you don't know about BMF, BMF is about two brothers that grew up in poverty in Detroit. Now, there's one brother named Meech, Demetrius Flannery, and then there's another brother by the name of Terry. Now, Terry got shot way back when, and we got a fan favorite. Well, I don't know if he's a fan favorite, but we got a best friend named BMickie. He's back. Now, Southwest T is Terry, who got shot in the eye, and he has a 45-year-old woman by the name of Markeisha, who is dating this underage guy. Now, him and Meech, in this season, they're going to break off and do their own thing. They started off as the 50 boys. They were getting some money. Took over Detroit, moved down to the A. 2 Chainz was actually in here. We don't know what the hell happened to him. He's up and out of here. Snoop was in here. He the hell up out of here. But let's just jump into the trailer.
All right, everybody listen up. We starting our own label. The music game could put us up on connects. Help us with half a ton of weight in every state. And my brother, we want to rebrand you into the artist that you want to be.
Welcome to the 1995 Source Award.
I keep telling you, you can do this by yourself.
I'm calling the shots now.
Damn, T.
I want one back in.
All right, so I'm going to play that back. That's the first part that I did get to cut up. The rest of this isn't cut, so I'm going to have to keep pausing it. But we'll run that back. And we'll talk about that. And then, because I haven't watched the rest of it. I just got to where I chopped it up, and that was it. I wasn't watching the whole trailer, so.
All right, everybody listen up. We starting our own label. The music game could put us up on connects. Help us with half a ton of weight in every state. And my brother, we want to rebrand you into the artist that you want to be.
Welcome to the 1995 Source Award.
I keep telling you, you can do this by yourself.
I'm calling the shots now.
Damn, T.
I
I want back in.
Shit's changed.
All right, so the major thing that we see, they're down in Atlanta, they're getting into the music. Meech is about to start a BMF, Black Mafia Family, The World Is Yours, which ultimately ended up taking them down. But that's us jumping ahead. We know that they ain't going to go to jail, but that's us jumping ahead. So Meech and Terry at this point, they haven't branched off and did their own thing. They're down in Atlanta, getting ugly. You hear Markeisha telling Terry, you could do your own thing, you could take over, but Markeisha gonna get this man into all kinds of nonsense. See, Markeisha, I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the day, Markeisha showed Terry some faulty insurance. And ever since then, I never ever let that slide. Not to mention she was messing with a minor. But she sold him some faulty insurance when he had his limo company where they were, moving at work. He wasn't even covered for flat tires. That's like the basic for a car insurance. But Meech is about to do this. And one thing about the music business is where you can launder a lot of money. A lot of record labels were started off the back of dope money. Now, with this is going to build connects because now we got artists. If we link up with whoever the dope boy artist is in this city, they need some work. Meech and Terry, they got it. Now, remember, Meech and Terry, they got a new connect down in Mexico. They did the little meeting. They were in the swimming pool together. They were talking because you get in that pool to make sure ain't nobody wearing no wires or nothing. I ain't got no wires on. I ain't got no undershirt on. So I'm good to go. But they got a new connect. They got to go out to Mexico. BMickie talking about he's back. When I already was calling out the relay snitching. I don't know about the real life snitching, but on the show, there was some relay snitching. Meech told somebody else to tell on somebody. So that's that. But they talking about bringing BMickie back when we seen him with the microphone on his noggin. No, I'm like, man, what the hell's going on here? Now my nigga BMickie is back. But remember, BMickie lost his baby mama because of I don't even remember what's the old Detective Bryant's ass. Another dirty cop. But Detective Bryant had BMickie out here looking like a fool. Baby mama. She bing pow poop pop bam. All right, so we got the music business. We really ain't getting to see too much there. They talking about, wow, who is this? Is this Markeisha that they rebranded? Who is this? Or is this Sweetie? Can't really tell. But we know we're in 95 now, the Source Awards. We're at the Source Awards, so 95, let me try to see. Jeezy ain't coming around to the early 2000s. So this is at least 7-8 years before Jeezy. We'll see.
1995 Source Award.
I keep telling you, you can do this by yourself.
I'm calling the shots now.
All right, so here we go. Them down in Mexico.
Ever since we got back, he continues to not have my back.
Money, power, revenge.
At least we got a shootout, though. Now, I'm assuming this is probably in... Look like they probably in Atlanta right now.
Revenge. Ain't nothing.
And there y'all go, man. Lamar is back. I've seen people talking about it in the Discord. As I mentioned, I have not seen it. I've seen DeMarcus put it in the chat on here. I have not watched this far, but here we go. Lamar is back. Unique is back. Now I don't know if this is a flashback or if Lamar is actually back. Let's continue to see.
Ever gonna beat me? Oh, what the?
All right. Well, I guess he's back and it is real time. Let me hear what he's saying.
Ain't nothing ever gonna beat me. Oh, what the?
All right, so we got Lamar point blank. He pulls a gun on him. is what up, Rashonda? Is this kind of following too close? This is like too close to what we're watching in Raising Kanan. This is too close to what we're watching in Raising Kanan. We could have took a different route. Yeah, Lamar technically never died. He was a junkie. Once a junkie, always a junkie on my channel. But you don't come back cleaned up like that. He ain't Eddie Kane Jr. You don't recover like that. You just don't recover like that.
Ain't nothing ever gonna beat me. Oh, what the?
All right, well, Lamar's back. He done cleaned up. Probably went to some rehab. I hear there's a good rehab facility on the west side of Detroit. I'm not too familiar with the south side, but I'm here on the west side. They got a nice rehabilitation center. Maybe that's where Lamar went.
War was growing.
Hey, Loco out here. Who's he going against? The Muslims? They airing it out though.
War was growing.
They shooting dice or in the club. Oh no, that's Pastor Swift's church, ain't it? Don't this look like a church that they sweeping up money? Yeah, this looks like a church. I don't know nobody that wear no dress shoes like that. Okay, Pastor Swift back. It look like they getting some money in the church. Yeah, we got the ladies back here sweeping it up. I know they ain't making it rain in the church.
I'm the face of this organization.
I'm the face of this organization.
I'm the face of this organization. You always gonna be in my shadow.
So we're going to see the breakup between the two. Now, we know that Southwest T ends up going up to California. Now, Southwest T like to talk on the phone a lot, and that's one reason Southwest T ends up getting jammed up. There's also a clip I had to cut out for the first part where they're in, well, you see St. Louis, and that's where J-Bo is at in St. Louis. That's also where we see, what's the name, get arrested in the OG seasons in St. Louis. All right, Lucille got the church rocking now. But this is the new church. Because remember, they left Pastor Swift. Dang. Look at Charles, man. For I have sinned. Charles Flannery, man. Look, I don't know why Lucille was so hard on Charles. If we're being honest, Charles didn't really even do nothing. If we're being honest. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, Charles didn't really do anything worth Lucille getting mad over him. Can someone name what Charles did that would make Lucille mad? I don't remember Charles doing anything bad, to be honest. Like, if we just being honest. Shout out to Charles. Shout out to Mama Lucille, Mama Flannery. But I don't remember Charles doing anything to make Lucille that mad. You know what I mean? It could just be me. Where the hell Meat you running to like that?
So me and bruh had hit the point of no return. Problem was, we had no idea we were headed for a collision course.
Wow, so they do show Brian. I was wondering if they were going to put Brian in here. So it said they hit a point of no return. We also know he told BMickie that him and Terry ain't on the same page since they came back from Mexico.
So me and bruh had hit the point of no return. Problem was, we had no idea we were headed for a collision course with all our enemies.
Remember he smashed Mabel? I don't remember that. What I remember is, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. What I remember is Charles went to Miss Mabel's house. There's no crime committed. Charles went to Miss Mabel's house as a good neighbor. Just like a neighbor, State Farm is there. When Charles got over there, it turned to be a little kickback. Now, ain't nothing wrong with a kickback. I like kickbacks. What I don't like is people forcing liquor on me. Now, if you remember, Miss Mabel, she forced, yeah, I said it, Forced Charles to drink. And Charles wasn't no drinker at that time. And once she forced him to drink, she put that wagon on him. And one thing about me, I like wagons. So I'm assuming that Charles likes wagons. So Miss Mabel threw that thing on him without his consent. He didn't want to do it. Remember, he was so Miss Mabel took advantage of Charles. Miss Mabel took advantage of Charles. Now, see, he didn't go over there for that. What was Charles doing? Charles was being a good, loving, caring husband, trying to make ends meet because he didn't got laid off. He didn't got laid off at work. Old white girl that used to work with him, she didn't got arrested and picked up. So he trying to make a few extra dollars for the crib. So yeah, he had to take these little odd end jobs. She needed the light fixed on the ceiling fan. He went over there to do it. It ain't his fault that she pushed up on him. But the difference is, we remember Lucille went to dinner with Pastor Swift. And Swift swiftly left because she wasn't trying to give him none. Ooh, I do remember that. I do remember that. We got a celebrity in the house. No label, the label. Key the kid, nigga. Charles went over there. The wagon cut him off. He slipped, he fell in the wagon. And that wagon drug him to the promised land. Now, he didn't want to go there. He's helped. No, stop, please, no. So let's make sure we get that correct. Miss Mabel forced Charles to drink. He didn't go over there to hang out. He just went over there to see what was going on. Oh, y'all got some music, some dominoes. I heard they had chicken wings over there. He didn't know there was going to be liquor. I was thinking since we all church-going folk, God-fearing people, there wasn't going to be no liquor over here. I'm thinking we got water, you know what I'm saying? What y'all call it? Soda, cola? I call it pop where I'm from. I'm a Midwest nigga. But when he went over there, he wasn't thinking that he was about to have someone put that wagon get up on you. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Now, I'm just saying what I remember. That's just what I remember. What up, Steven? All right. So like I said, I didn't cut up this last part, so I was having to stop this. But I'm guessing it's just going to be a lot of back and forth between Atlanta and Mexico. But it looks like a majority of it's going to be in Atlanta. We might have like an episode, 2 episodes in Mexico. And then we'll come back up here. We'll be doing the music. We'll be having the shootouts. Because I know in the... Let me see. I think I got the original trailer. So this is the original trailer.
We had cheated death before. But this time, shit was different.
You know, your mother and I have been trying to get answers from you about Meech for months.
He's in Mexico on business.
So if we can piece this together with what we got on the new one, this is what starts off right here. At the beginning of the new trailer, this is what we got. Terry with the shotgun, them down in Mexico.
We had cheated death before, but this time, shit was different.
You know, your mother and I have been trying to get answers from you about Meech for months. He's in Mexico on business.
All right, he's in Mexico on business. So we're going to watch this Mexico on business, and then we're going to jump back to the trailer that we got now and see what Meech is talking about, where he's saying things was different. So we're going to see if there's anything that threw us off right here while we in Mexico.
We had cheated death before, but this time, shit was different.
You know, your mother and I have been trying to get answers from you about Meech for months. He's in Mexico on business. Stay with me, stay with me. Meech, stay with me, come on.
All right, so this is the one that comes on the...
Come on, you can't go like this, come on. Loco, hurry up! Mitri will be a legend.
All right, so all of this right here. Okay, so this trailer was showing us all of Mexico. All right, we'll run this one more time. So this is showing us what happened in Mexico. Then the trailer that we just got is showing them forming a music company. Now, I'm assuming that the music company is after they go to Mexico. So if we're seeing, I wonder how they would start that off. Because the first thing we see in this original trailer is actually this part, but I cut it out and I moved it so it would show them down in Mexico, so it'd make a little more sense. Because this is what starts off. Meech being, I guess, dehydrated. They just whooped his ass. But Terry comes back. Meech is still down in Mexico.
We had cheated death before, but this time, shit was different.
You know, your mother and I have been trying to get answers from you about Meech for months. He's in Mexico on business. Come on, stay with me, stay with me. Meech, stay with me, come on. You can't go like this, come on. Loco, hurry up!
Mitri will be a legend.
All right, so that's that. And then we do have this part right. Where is it at? So we got BMickie talk about he wants to be back in, and then we hear Meech talk about them being in Mexico, and ever since they went down there, him and Terry weren't on the same page. But we also hear that Marquisha is telling Terry, you need to do this on your own. Now, she's been pushing that on him the whole time, but if we're being honest, whenever Lala's in a TV show, same character. It don't matter what it is, whether it's Power, BMF, The Shy. Marquisha's throwing that monkey to all the young niggas, all right? Marquisha gonna be throwing that shit, and Marquisha is always trying to get a nigga to branch off from whatever they got going on. She tried to get fucking Tommy to do his own thing separate from James St. Patrick. She tried to punk 2-Bit and goddamn Spank. Then we had here in BMF, she trying to get Terry to branch off from her from his brother. Over in The Shy, she was fucking a son and a dad. Whenever you see Lala, just know she's fucking a nigga and she's trying to break up whatever relationship that nigga has with somebody else. Working relationship, family relationship. When you see Lala on screen, know she's fucking some nigga. Lala, don't get mad at me. You take these roles. You like to fuck niggas. We like to watch it, all right? But that is what it is. You know what I mean? So we got Marquisha telling Terry, you need to branch off and do your own thing. And that's where we get, so, you know, they cut all of this up. She tells him, you see, Meech is trusting other people. So him and Meech, they got the loco connection. We met J-Bo when we had the, remember we seen Tupac. I forgot we seen Tupac last year. We seen Tupac. We all over the place. I'm trying to make this shit make sense. So we got J-Bo, the connection in St. Louis. We went out to St. Louis. We had that shootout when we first got all right. Basically, what I'm doing is just giving a recap because I'm trying to make all of this make sense. BMickie's like, BMickie been snitching, but they got him back. J-Bo and the music shit, they're going to start this. We already got the local connection. So I'm assuming when we start the season off, we're going to Mexico. That's going to be the first thing we do. We go to Mexico. We already set up in St. Louis. We set up in Atlanta. We got to go to Mexico and get to work now. So I guess we're going to start off going down to Mexico. They're going to bring back some work. J-Bo is going to be connecting them up with rappers and stuff because they all met at the little convention. But when does BMickie get back? Are they must be back in Detroit because there is a family dinner. I don't want to play the whole trailer because there's bits and pieces we do need to. Hold on, let me see. There is a clip where we see them go back, and we also see little Nikki slap the hell out of Terry. We see, well, we got to go back because we see Lamar. So Lamar is back. It's a lot. But why would, hey, BMF, I understand you trying to, you know what I'm saying, we getting ready for Raising Canaan. You trying to get some eyeballs on you. I understand that. But y'all had all last week. Y'all should have dropped all last week. So, hey, last week up to now, we could talk about it. We could break it down. But a lot of us content creators, we on Raising Canaan. We getting into the final moments, the final countdown. Y'all had a whole week. Y'all should have dropped last week. That's what I would have did. There's no Raising Canaan last Friday. Boom, Friday we dropping the trailer for BMF. All right, now we got a whole week to talk about it because we're going to talk about this now, and I'm probably not going to make a video on this until shit after week 10. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot. I want to kind of put these trailers in order of how I think they're going to play out. But we do see little Nikki. Nikki should be in college by now. Or at least high. Well, Terry was in high school. All right, man. What y'all think about the trailer? So I wasn't gonna be on here long because this was a surprise drop. I was getting ready for Raising Canaan. Make sure y'all tune in tonight, 3 p.m. Eastern. Are we ready? Take everything we know and break it down. What do you think about the trailer so far? I'll run it back one more time, and then I do got to pause the end part, but I'll run it back one more time. Let me know what y'all think about this.
All right, everybody listen up. We starting our own label. The music game could put us up on Connects. Help us with half a ton of weight in every state. And my brother, we want to rebrand you into the artist that you want to be.
Welcome to the 1995 Source Award.
I keep telling you, you can do this by yourself.
I'm calling the shots now.
Damn, T. I want back in.
All right, you want back in, huh?
Trish changed between me and T in Mexico. Ever since we got back, he continues to not have my back.
Money, power, revenge.
BMickie is back. Is a major W. Nothing could be as bad as last season. Joke of a show. Hope they sacked half them actors. We gonna see. We gonna see.
Ain't nothing ever gonna beat me. Oh, what the?
This is a big ass like, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a big ass RoboCop gun. This is some shit you need. This right here, this motherfucker right here kills vampires in the Terminator. This is a big ass pistol. The fuck is that? Hey, DeMarcus, thank you for that $2. Terry could teach Nikki, be her boyfriend, Breeze, the dope game. Nah, man, he don't need to know that. He don't need to know that. And we just got 2 clips of damn Marvin. See, we got clips of it's 2 clips of Marvin and Rock, and then Marvin and Stefano. It got me working, man. And then they dropped BMF. It's a big ass gun, though.
War was growing.
I do want to see how the war plays out. I know one thing about BMF, they have a lot of shootouts. Of course, Meech and Terry ain't never laying nothing down, but oh, there you go. Little Nikki slapping on. Well, they making it seem like she's slapping Terry. It could be a slap, and then Marquisha's actually slapping Terry.
I'm the face of this organization. You always gonna be in my shadow.
Terry and Meech gonna be beefing because Terry's always in his shadow, little bro.
So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hit a party.
I know Marquisha ain't in this car, but let me see, because Marquisha's in a white car.
So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hit a party.
It would be nice if Marquisha was in there. Maybe we switch the storyline up a little bit. Marquisha, she ends up getting hit. The car explodes. Terry and Meech, they squash their beef. They get back together. And in this story, BMF doesn't get arrested. I'm just saying.
So me and bruh had hit the point of no return. Problem was, we had no idea we were headed for a collision course with all our enemies.
All right. Like I said, I wasn't going to be on here long, but that's BMF. From that, if I had to do a prediction off of that, I'm going to go ahead and go with. There was a lot of action, but we don't know how to. Is it going to be a cool action scene, or is it going to be kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of silly? We know that this is the last. Well, we don't know if this is the last season because they got BMF Immortals. So 50 might be doing spinoffs. I knew even when him and Big Meech were going through whatever that, I knew they wasn't canceling. The budget was already done. This is already filmed. This is going to drop. But I don't know what they're going to do with Immortals. From this, I'm looking at like a 6. I'm just going off of what I see so far. One thing about me, I'm just giving my opinion, you know. I'm definitely going to watch it, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I got to see how this Mexico works out, how the Atlanta shit works out, how the shootings and everything go down. We're definitely going to see. DeMarcus, thank you for that $2. It would be interesting if Lamar set up Marquisha. I'm thinking Lamar is the one that's going after Marquisha, the one that hits Marquisha in the car, because it's an actual T-bone earlier in the trailer. I had to cut it out, but it was a T-bone. So I don't believe she's in the car that blew up, but it might be Lamar that's doing the setup. Smooth said a 6. Yeah, that's what there's a lot of, you know, I like action. I'm just trying to, from what I see in the, I will say, but see now, if this is the last season, are they giving us a backstory on how? See, that's what I'm thinking. Are they going to give us a backstory of Lamar getting clean, or because they made it seem like Lamar was full blown junkie, wasn't no the point of no return. This Lamar looks like he just came back from being on vacation, like a little holiday. Nothing's going to defeat me or beat me. You see what I'm saying? So is it going to be? You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't know, man. We waited the whole season and now Lamar is back, but we in Atlanta now. They should have kept Lamar like Had Lamar leave the city or something. Had Lamar get shot and leave the city or something. But having him as a junkie, gone for a whole season, and then bringing him back. How long is he back for? How long are they going to be in Detroit? Because it looks like we're going to be in Mexico and in Atlanta with the music. Unless he's down in St. Louis or something, just terrorizing shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, okay, we got Lamar back, but how are we going to implement him into the show? Like, is there a backstory? He wasn't really that high, but like, man, we seen you on crack, man. This is, I don't know too many niggas that hit the pipe, and you know, it's like, man, shit, I'm cool. No, it ain't no cool. Stay on that side. But I'm definitely gonna watch it. You know, I'm gonna be breaking this thing down. Shout out to BMF, you know. Shout out to, you know, some of the people over at Stars. You know who you are. Shout out to you. We will be breaking down BMF with June 6th. Jeez Louise, let me see something. Hold on. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We do have Are We Ready in an hour. It will be on there. Let me see. Online. United States, June 6th. So the second is 8, 9, 10. So then we'll have 2 weeks off before June 6th. All right. Yeah, 8, 9, 10. Also, right after Raising Canaan airs, we'll have a first reaction in the morning. Well, it'll be in the morning for me. I'm going into work a little bit late tomorrow. So we're gonna do a first reaction to episode 8 in the morning, right after the show goes off. So what is that, 12 to 1? So 1 a.m. we will have the first reaction. We'll get on here probably for about an hour. We'll talk about what we've seen, and then, you know, we'll break it down Friday night. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The Shy returns May 16th. You know, I didn't watch the second half of the Shy. I mean, I might, I don't know. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll see. We'll see if we're gonna do that, because the 20th, Juneteenth, I'm taking off that Friday, so I'm gonna be somewhere that Friday. Probably that Thursday too. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll come up with something. I might just do a recap of the Shy. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live of the Shy, because I didn't watch last year, so there's going to be some parts I'm not going to be able to entertain you with. Because if I don't know what the hell was going on, I can just give you a recap and talk about what I saw on the screen. Yeah, we'll see. May 16th. I mean, they got a whole new cast of characters too. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll be back on in 45 minutes for Are We Ready for episode 8 of Raising Canaan. We'll have the first reaction. We'll have a breakdown. And also tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, we have an interview that you might not want to miss. We have an interview you might not want to miss. So we're going to do that on the clock, and we're going to have an interview following right after that. So it'll be about 3.5 hours on the clock, and then we have an interview right after that. So we ain't going to be playing around. I told you guys I'm working. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm Mo.J. I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes for Are We Ready? Thanks for watching. I'm out.